is the father of microeconomics? Before finding the answer for this question, let me explain the concept of microeconomics. As we already know that the subject economics is mainly having the two branches microeconomics and macroeconomics. What do you mean by microeconomics? Microeconomics is one of the main branch of economics which deals with the individual aspects of the economy like individual demand, individual supply, consumer behavior, individual productions and demand, supply and market price. So these are the small concept the microeconomics is dealing. Yeah, can you guess who is he? Yes, of course, he is a father of microeconomics. But what is the name of the father of microeconomics? Is none other than Alfred Marshall. Yes, Alfred Marshall is known as a father of microeconomics. Alfred Marshall is widely considered as the father of modern microeconomics for his fundamental contributions to the work of neoclassical economics, which systematically integrated the concepts of supply and demand, marginal utility, and market equilibrium into the field. As we know that in the image, you can briefly get to know into the concept of neoclassical economics theories. So, economic theory which influenced the consumer's taste and preference, and consumer taste and preference will determines the and which decides the demand and supply in the market, and finally the demand and supply quantities will be helpful to fix the price in the price for the any of the commodity in the market. So this is what the neoclassical economic theory of economics, which is published in the year 1890, which laid the groundwork for the much of the contemporary microeconomic theory and the analysis. Because of all these contributions by the Alfred Marshall, so he is popularly known as the father of microeconomics. And his contributions also laid foundation for the development of the key factors in the economics. Let me explain what are the key factors which are developed by the Alfred Marshall. Basically, he systemized the concept of supply and demand. Yes, Marshall's work brought together the ideas of supply and demand as simultaneous factors that determine the prices, a central tenet of microeconomics. Secondly, he introduced the marginal concepts. What do you mean by marginal concepts? He incorporate the concept of marginal utility means the additional satisfaction from the consuming one more unit and marginal cost of production into the economic theory, influencing how we understand the decision making. And he is the one who has given the famous concept in the economics that is called as a market equilibrium. Through this analysis of supply and demand, Marshall provided a framework of understanding how markets reach an equilibrium point where the quantity supplied equals to the quantity demanded. So, in the diagram, you can easily find the concept of how supply and demand they are integrating in the market. The other important contribution of the Marshall to the field of economics is his work, Principles of Economics. This seminal work synthesizes the previous economic thought and introduced the new ideas, establishing the foundations for much of modern economics. So these are the basic informations about the father of microeconomics, Alfred Marshall. Thank you for watching. Subscribe the channel Ecopedia.